when the world stopped scrolling. The difference between a leader and a performer is simple. Only one survives without applause. Lawrence O'Donnell, MSNBC, June 2025. 1. The meeting that should have been routine. June 5, 2025. Oval Office, West Wing. The air conditioning was humming a little louder than usual, or maybe it just felt that way. Cameras were stationed carefully behind the red rope, their lenses fixed on the handshake between former U.S. President Donald J. Trump and German Chancellor Friedrich Merz. Both men smiled, but one smile was forced. Trump had called for this press moment to project strength. The American economy was staggering under a $37 trillion debt ceiling standoff. His administration was reeling from internal leaks, and his poll numbers had begun to plummet after new scrutiny over foreign policy confusion in Ukraine and Taiwan. But this wasn't supposed to be controversial. Merz's visit was ceremonial, optics, his aides had called it, until it wasn't. 2. The tweet that sparked a fire. 3:32 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Without warning, the most influential private citizen in the United States, Elon Musk, took to X, formerly Twitter, and launched a grenade into the conversation. This Oval Office meeting is a stupidity festival. $100 billion in defense talks, and he still thinks Nord Stream is a shampoo brand. Clown face. The platform exploded. Within 3 minutes, the tweet had more than 300,000 views. In under 10, hashtag Stupidity Festival was trending at number 3 globally. In Berlin, a German state broadcaster halted its post-meeting analysis to discuss Musk's post in real time. CNBC switched their cheering to read. Breaking: Musk torches Trump during live Oval Office presser. 3. Oval Office reaction. Are you seeing this? Back inside the room, Trump's press aide, Marlene Wagner, stepped to the president's side and whispered, "Sir, Musk's just called this a stupidity festival. It's everywhere." Trump blinked. He looked directly at Merz, then the cameras, then forced a grin. "Well, you know, some people just need attention. That's what they do," he said, brushing it off with a hand wave. But the tremor was visible. His tone had lost its confidence. His mouth twitched between irritation and confusion. Merz leaned over and said something in German that the mics didn't catch. Trump answered too loudly. "I don't care what he thinks. He's been nothing without my help." The cameras caught it. Live. 4. Musk fires back again. As if scripted by chaos itself, for minutes later, Elon Musk tweeted again. Without his help. Rolling on the floor laughing. Reminder, I didn't take his PAC money. I built this economy. Trump just handed out debt like it was Halloween candy. This was different. It wasn't just a feud. It was a public digital standoff between the most followed man on X and the most controversial politician of the modern age. In real time, during a live presidential press moment. The New York Times, BBC, France 24, Al Jazeera, and Nikkei paused their coverage of the Ukraine grain crisis to lead with Trump versus Musk, Oval Office humiliation in real time. 5. Lawrence enters. Meanwhile, at MSNBC headquarters in Rockefeller Plaza, senior anchor Lawrence O'Donnell prepared for his 8 p.m. broadcast. But when the first tweets hit, he stormed out of his dressing room and rewrote his show. "This is political history," he told his producer. "This isn't news, it's humiliation on live TV." His show opened with a cinematic monologue. "Ladies and gentlemen, what you just witnessed wasn't a press conference, it was a stupidity festival." And Elon Musk was selling the tickets. Within hours, his phrase went viral. The hashtag Stupidity Festival overtook hashtag Ukraine Peace Talks and hashtag OPC Collapse. In Lagos, in Paris, in Mumbai, even in Beijing, people were laughing, scrolling, dissecting. 6. Behind the curtain, the real fear in Trump's camp. Inside the White House, the humor had long since drained. Former National Security Advisor Robert Kilgore called Chief of Staff Jason Rudd from the West Wing basement. "He's going to blow up. You've got to pull him off camera." "Too late," Rudd replied. "He's booked for Hannity at 9. Then expect global mockery by midnight." And that was before Musk's third tweet landed. "Just wait until you see the White House budget proposal. It's a spreadsheet of failure. I'll be live fact-checking the stupidity at 9. 7. Twitter Spaces, a new arena of embarrassment. 9 p.m. Elon Musk launched a surprise Twitter Spaces audio session titled The Fiscal Circus, live breakdown of Trump's Oval Office nonsense. Within 6 minutes, over 500,000 listeners joined. Former Tesla AI lead Andrej Karpathy, OpenAI's CTO, economists from India, and journalists from The Guardian joined in, mocking Trump's misunderstanding of trade deficits and currency reserves. Musk quoted Trump saying, "Germany should pay us back for World War II," and burst into laughter. This man wants NATO repayments like it's 1949. He thinks you can Venmo history. 8. Fallout across the world. The consequences were swift. Berlin. Chancellor Merz was asked if he endorsed Musk's comments. His reply, "I respect Mr. Musk's concern for accountability." Moscow. Russian state TV aired a satirical segment showing a balloon Trump being popped by a robot lawn. Beijing. The Global Times praised Musk for exposing Western idiocy in its rawest form. Even Fox News, Trump's usual stronghold, ran a segment titled, "Too Far? Is Musk doing Biden's work for him?" 9. Trump's rage and a mistake. That night, Trump posted on Truth Social, "Elon Musk is a snake, a backstabber. I made him, and I can break him." But screenshots of old tweets and emails surfaced within minutes showing Trump's praise for Musk in 2022, 2023, and even late 2024. Worse still, a leaked Oval Office memo revealed that Trump had privately asked Musk to help fix the U.S. budget app just 2 weeks prior. The contradiction was too much for the public, and for late-night comedy. 10. A nation laughs and then asks, "What next?" By morning, the memes had taken over the internet. A fake event listing on Eventbrite. Stupidity Festival, hosted in the East Room. A Spotify playlist. Trump's Oval Office meltdown, the musical. And one headline that summed it all up. Trump's presidency roasted in real time by the man he once called a genius. The breakdown heard around the world. June 6, 2025.8:12 a.m. EST. What had begun as a bombastic digital slap on the wrist was now a geopolitical headline. CNN's international feed led with the words, "America in digital disarray." Foreign allies started pulling back. France delayed a joint tech defense summit. Japan postponed a trade deal discussion. The UK, in a rare move, summoned their Washington ambassador back to London for strategic consultations. Markets shivered. The Dow Jones opened 700 points down. Tech stocks rallied, ironically, as Musk's companies saw a boom in investor trust. Tesla soared. X Corp added 2 million new users overnight. Meanwhile, Trump's inner circle went into crisis mode. And the world, watching, waiting. The consequences of viral truth. When satire becomes reality, and reality becomes satire, democracies tremble. Lawrence O'Donnell, The Last Word, June 2025. 1. The morning after. The White House curtains remained drawn until nearly noon. Aides whispered in the halls as though the walls could leak. President Trump had not slept. No one had. The Musk debacle had turned into something more volatile, a global referendum on Trump's competence. In the Roosevelt Room, National Security Advisor Robert Kilgore placed both hands on the table and said what no one else dared to say aloud. This isn't about tweets anymore. This is about the world no longer trusting the President of the United States. Jason Rudd, Trump's chief of staff, looked up. Do you know what happens when a laughingstock holds the nuclear codes? No one responded. 2. Musk's morning tweet. 9:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Elon Musk, unfazed and emboldened, posted the tweet that landed like a missile. You don't fight gravity with PR. When a leader becomes the joke, the system needs rebooting. The post had over 70 million views by lunch. Hashtag System Reboot was born. Suddenly, world leaders, tech CEOs, former CIA heads, and UN diplomats were quoted either directly or subtly referencing the hashtag. What does a system reboot in a nuclear power look like? Asked the Times of London. Are we watching the first viral collapse of a sitting president? Asked Politico. 3. The intelligence community responds. Behind the scenes, intelligence agencies grew deeply uneasy. NATO operatives flagged the incident as a soft destabilization event. CIA briefings to Congress described Musk's social reach as unmatched by any state propaganda engine in world history. One anonymous senior intel official told Reuters, "We've entered a new doctrine of cyber dominance. Musk isn't just tweeting, he's tilting power." In a classified memo leak later, the NSA warned, Never before has one man's smartphone posed a greater risk to American presidential legitimacy. 4. Trump's off-script meltdown. By 3 p.m., Trump appeared live on Fox News, furious. Musk is part of the deep tech. He's got satellites, bots, influence. This is a coup with emojis. The host, caught off guard, chuckled nervously. Trump doubled down. I built this country. I gave him the chance to grow. Now he's biting the hand. You know what we do to dogs that bite. Within seconds, those words were clipped and circulated. Backlash was instant. Animal rights activists condemned the metaphor. Civil liberty watchdogs called it authoritarian rhetoric in plain sight. The BBC aired it with a subtitle, America's Leader Threatens Digital Dissent. 5. Congress reacts. Within 48 hours, 15 Republican senators publicly questioned Trump's stability. One prominent GOP voice, Senator Marjorie Collins, gave a fiery Senate floor speech. This isn't about partisanship. This is about national coherence. When the president lashes out at private citizens like kings did at jesters, we don't have leadership, we have lunacy. Speaker of the House Daniel Reyes convened a bipartisan emergency session titled Social Influence, Governance, and the Fragility of Modern Power. The halls of Capitol Hill had never heard such a phrase before. 6. Musk's final blow. June 8, 2025, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Musk hosted a live broadcast across Teslavision, X, and Starlink audio titled Transparency Time, What Trump Asked Me in Private. He shared screenshots of emails from Trump pleading for economic advice. A voice message where Trump asked if Musk could help spin numbers before the next debt ceiling review. A draft memo requesting Musk to help design a PR app for public appearances. I stayed silent for years. But when lies lead a nation, truth becomes a civic duty, Musk said calmly. The internet erupted. Hashtag civic duty trended globally. Thousands of students marched in cities across the U.S. holding signs like, Downloaded Democracy, Now Rebooting. 7. The Impeachment Whisper. June 10, 2025. Behind closed doors, whispers began to solidify into motions. Speaker Reyes met with Senate Majority Leader Evelyn Gupta. He's compromised, she said, not by foreign powers, but by his ego. A House Intelligence Committee aide leaked a one-line memo. Prepare for 25th. The 25th Amendment, rarely mentioned since the Nixon era, was back in American vocabulary. Cable networks ran simulations. TikTokers posted explainers. And in the middle of it all, Trump tweeted, I dare them. This country belongs to me. Me. That tweet was deleted after 5 million screenshots. 8. Lawrence's last word. On the evening of June 12th, Lawrence O'Donnell stared directly into the MSNBC camera, his tone solemn. You are witnessing something without precedent. Not just a collapse in power, but the virality of accountability. When truth travels faster than lies, democracy doesn't just survive, it wakes up. He paused. The studio was silent. Welcome to the consequence of viral truth. Epilogue, A New Digital Age. June 15th, 2025. Congress launched a bipartisan inquiry into digital influence over democratic institutions. Musk posted a final tweet on the matter. Not a hero, just a firewall. Trump's advisors resigned. Several international embassies recalled staff. A new White House press secretary, Maya Winters, promised measured responses and digital reform. The world had learned something critical. Power now lives where people scroll.